Yeah, I'm going to get one of those really cool soft broom things with a soft brush on it, and it feeds the shampoo down it. I'm going to get one of them when she's finished, and I will clean this boat every week. I just couldn't clean it before because not waterproof up top. Funny thing about this boat, I've had loads of boats from when I was little, and they always let water in through the sea cocks or somewhere in the hull. Not this one. Oh my God, not this one. Not a drop of water has ever come in. Oh, well, apart from the flood, but that was some dickhead who did that intentionally, and we had to pay for, what was it, 5 tons of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the marina, not this marina, the other
we
marina.
Weren't here, we were in England.
They let squatters on the boat. We had to pay for 5 tons of water, which isn't very expensive. It was something like 60 quid. But they swore blind that the boat sank, and we both said, so where did the 5 tons of water bill come from? We haven't been here. Oh, so I don't know.
All your squatters have been using water.
Oh,
you need to pay.
That's what they...
You need to pay for all this water.
No, you're going to have to cut that out, Graham. You're going to have to cut his name out.
All right.
The man's dying at the moment, so I'm not going to kick him while he's down. I'm not one of those kind of people, and neither are you.
No.
But anyway, yeah, she's never let salt water in without being sabotaged. Whereas they didn't do the superstructure in fiberglass, they did it in wood. I wonder why. And they went to all the trouble to do the hull in fiberglass.
I think they bought the hull. The hull that's how it came.
Oh, you don't think it was made specially for them then?
No, they bought the hull from Almatic in Portsmouth. They built it.
There are 6 of them apparently.
Hence the sign.
I was told by a very, very old boy in 2005 who worked there then. He was a little lad, trainee. He said they made 6 of these.
So there's only 6 in the world?
Yeah, there's 5 others out there somewhere. We had the Royal Navy taking pictures of it once, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Saying, where did you get that boat? That's military, that's naval. You shouldn't have that. Where'd you get it? But she was never in the Navy.
No. The Carlsbergs, wasn't it?
Mm. Yes.
Okay, well there's the window boarded over, and what Fiona's plan is, once it's been fiberglassed on the outside, we're going to cut a hole in it and fit a proper window. I'll let her tell you the news about that. It's looking a lot smoother, Fiona.
Yes, it's come up really well.
Are you going to tell us what the good news is about the windows?
Oh yeah, Graham has excelled himself. I've been looking for windows for months and I couldn't find anything, and Graham looked up something on the internet and he found the perfect windows, and we ordered 4 of them today and they arrive in about a week. So I've got a week to get the sides ready. Well, for 2 of the windows. I don't know if I'll bother doing the other 2 this winter. They're a whole other story.
Yeah, we can do the 2 on this side though, can't we? But we ordered 4 because probably when we come to do the other side, they won't have them in stock anymore, will they? So,
it, yeah.
Yeah, so we want them all to match.
Exactly. I'm just building up these windows for now.
They're looking really good. There we go, that's quite a good angle. I'm quite impressed that we've got Gibraltar in the background in the wheelhouse there. We've got Fiona just outside the... You can't see her, it's too bright. We haven't got window tint on that particular window yet, but she is just there. She's scraping away with her filler and things. And as you know, I've been trawling on the internet. I do that a lot. There you go. There's the Mac. And constantly looking for new channels. I do find new channels which I think have got really interesting content, and I'll post them on my community page. They're right there. So if you check it out. If you're bored, check it out. And that's what sort of things that I'm into. There's lots of interesting stuff. Well, I think they're interesting anyway. One of the videos I've been watching this morning was about Hitler. You know, and did he really die in the bunker in Berlin, or did he escape? Well, of course he escaped. I think he escaped. I'm convinced he escaped. I mean, they had to find a body. There had to be a story of his death, didn't there? There had to be. Because otherwise it wouldn't be convincing. If they got to Berlin and rummaged round and said, where's Hitler? He's gone. Well, where's he gone? Let's find him. And they'd be looking everywhere, wouldn't they? But so they've got to have a death. There has to be a body. But then they don't want the body to be identified as not being him, so they had to... Hitler had quite a few doubles, as you know, but even a double isn't that good, are they? Monty had doubles, you know, lots of people had doubles, but in order to convincingly escape, they had to plant a body. There had to be a story with all the staff. Oh yes, he shot himself. He's dead. Of course, he got off. He went to Rome, okay, and he got a boat to Argentina, or he went to Spain and got a boat to Argentina. And he lived in Argentina for the rest of his days, as did loads of Nazis and loads of... They were planning their escape for a long, long time. But like I say, in order to make his escape convincing, he had to come up with things like, no, I'm staying to the end. I'm not leaving Berlin. Which, surprise, surprise, is what he said. And they had to have a convincing, unidentifiable dead body that everyone says was him. You know, where's the gun he shot himself with? Can you imagine Americans, right, collectors, with the actual pistol that Hitler shot himself with? Where is it? Well, it's not in existence, is it? That's because he didn't shoot himself. This is what I think. This is what I mean. It's bleeding obvious to me. I mean, how people can generate these programs and conspiracy theories as to, well, did he, or didn't he, or It can easily be proved. There's one channel I follow a lot, the Gettysburg Museum, and they have a piece of the sofa that Hitler allegedly shot himself on, and it's dripping in blood, soaked in blood. They could easily say to the Gettysburg Museum, excuse me, can I just take a sample of blood from that piece of sofa to do a DNA analysis on? No, but they haven't. The CIA knew full well he was in Argentina, but they didn't choose to go after him because, as far as they were concerned, story's over, book's closed. Von Braun and his mates are helping NASA go to the moon, and they didn't want to upset Von Braun, and there were a number of other excuses. They were quite happy. The man's become reclusive, he's disappeared, he's off the radar, everyone thinks he's dead, and that's the end of that. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion, okay? Because don't forget, all this happened before I was born. And if Hitler had lived in Argentina, in his mansion, wherever they said he had a mansion across the lake and things like this, and maybe he did. I don't know where he lived, but chances are he would have died in his 80s. Most people die in their 80s, don't they? Unless you get cut down at an earlier date. But, you know, realistically, he'll have died late 70s, early 80s, I think. That's just my opinion. What do you think? Hello, darling.
Hello.
What's you having a break? Do you want a cup of tea?
Oh, yeah.
I'll make one. Fiona's been trying lemon juice on the on the bronze, see if it works, if it helps. I suppose it might. How's it going, Puss?
I'm pressing on.
Anyway, as an investigative journalist, that's me. I've been doing a bit of investigating and detective work and digging and things, and it's very exciting, I think, discovering things, coming up with finding things out, and it's fascinating. You know, perhaps I should have been a detective after all. Because I love looking into things, turning stones over and discovering how people have deceived people in the past and finding out who really did it. You know, I was never one for TV detectives and things like that, because it's all a foregone conclusion that they're going to find their man, and quite frustratingly we don't actually discover who did it at the end of the day in all cases, do we? We don't, because life isn't like that. We do, however, discover things, and not necessarily crimes. I mean, there are people out there who are anonymous individuals, like trolls, for example, and it's always tremendously satisfying to reveal a troll. Tomorrow is the 7th of October, and as I said earlier, there's a court case tomorrow. The troll trials begin. Well, I think she's up for a plea, isn't she, Diane Durham, up in Leeds Magistrates Court tomorrow. She was the woman who allegedly posted all over Twitter that she was going to blow up Buckingham Palace with a drone or something like that. And so she's up in court. So she'll have a plea or something tomorrow. So I'm not really going to comment further on that, because that's not really fair, is it? Because everyone's entitled to a free trial. A fair trial, I mean, not a free trial. All trials are free, they don't charge. But yeah, anonymity is a wonderful thing. And sometimes you don't want to find out things, do you? Like H.G. Tudor, for example. It would be like saying, oh yes, I know who that is, that's so and so, look, it's him. I think that would be a mistake, because it's like the magician, isn't it? It's like the magician who's got a really good trick and everyone's in awe. Wow, how'd you do that? You don't really want to know. Well, you do. Part of you does want to know how it's done. And then if the magician were to reveal how it's done, you go, ah, right, yeah. But then the magic's gone, isn't it? The magic's gone then. So I think it's better not to know in cases like that, you know, where the magician has developed a really good illusion. Obviously we know it's not magic, don't we? We're not stupid. We know it's a trick, we know it's an illusion, and it's been created, and it has fooled us. It has genuinely fooled us to our amusement and awe, and we think that's brilliant, that's really good. But we really don't want to know how it's done, do we? Because that will spoil it. That's what I think. It will spoil it. Windows are coming on really well. She's been outside smoothing them, filling them, sanding them to make them look really good. And of course, the other thing in the news tomorrow, because today is the 6th of October. Tomorrow is the 7th of October, and that's also the anniversary of the attack and murders of all those Israelis from Gaza. Remember the people from Gaza broke through the border fence and they went into Israel murdering people and kidnapping people. So it's an anniversary of that, which I think is Iranian backed. That all those weapons and things came through Egypt into Gaza through tunnels, and enabling the people from Gaza, the terrorist element, Hezbollah, whatever you want to call them, to fire all these rockets to destroy the fence, to go through, bringing guns. Oh, well, those guns will have come from Iran, or the money will have come from Iran, I think, in my opinion. And same in the north. The north, and they've been firing missiles into Israel from Lebanon. And what do they think is going to happen? Of course the Israelis are going to invade, aren't they, and start taking them out. And it's like the what are they called? Houthi rebels in the Yemen. They're getting loads of missiles from Iran. They're going, hey, we've got a load of missiles, what are we going to do with these missiles? Well, not much point in having them if you don't fire them, is there? So they're blowing ships up that are coming past in the Red Sea. So what do they think is going to happen? Do they think, well, they can just blow ships up willy-nilly just for a laugh and have a drink and watch the sunset? Or do they think someone's going to come and bomb them and kill them? Answers on a postcard. I mean, what would you expect if you went into the street with a gun and started shooting policemen, you know? What would you expect to happen? Did you just think they'd just let you go home and have a drink on the veranda, and then tomorrow you can load your shotgun back up and do it all again? No. There are repercussions for these things, and I think tomorrow is an anniversary, the 7th of October, and I think if Israel's going to do something to the Iranians, I think there's a very good chance they're going to do it tomorrow. Might not, of course. Maybe it's too predictable. Maybe not. Maybe they will. I don't know. I don't have any information, but I would imagine that it's a memorable occasion that they would want to mark somehow. And if I was living in Tehran, I'd be wanting to spend the next few days in the countryside, that's for sure. How's it coming on, Fiona?
Really well, actually.
Excellent.
I've decided what I'm going to put over the edges now. I'll order some wood. But no, it's, at the moment, again, I'm trying to get a perfect shape, ready for the resin tomorrow.
Okay. Well, Trevor says it's pissing down with rain in the UK. He wanted to go for a walk, but his plans were thwarted.
Right. I'm very glad it's not pissing down here, but it will be. You know it.
I was looking at your lemons, because we picked some lemons off the tree, didn't we?
Yeah.
And how did you get on with the bronze?
It's all right. I mean, you've got to leave it on, and it'll sit there in the sun, and it's taken all the green off. It takes ages just to rub your way through the green, so that's saved me a lot of work.
Yeah. It's coming up, you're getting a nice shape there.
Yeah.
And you're going to fiberglass over it, obviously.
Yeah. It's already been fiberglassed.
Okay. Now you're just getting the shape right and sanding it and that.
Yeah.
Very good indeed. And it's the 7th of October tomorrow. The troll trials.
Yeah. People need to learn to behave themselves, really, in real life and online. You just can't go around behaving like that.
How's it coming on?
Very slowly.
Is it worth polishing it all up, do you think?
Yes.
If it's going to come up like that?
Yes, definitely. It comes up like...
I can take that off. I can take that off.
I know, but the wind's just picked up, so I'm not taking the ropes off.
Yeah, okay. We've just been using it as a cleat, haven't we?
Yeah.
Really. Well, they're looking good, boss.
They've come up quite well, actually. Nearly there. Tiny weeny bit more to do. Then it'll be ready for tomorrow. That's the plan. And I'm just going to screw that split down in the middle. I'm going to see, because I reckon it's more of a faff to cut it out. It'll just 3 screws. There's more mat going over it, so it doesn't matter.
You don't think it'll split again?
Well, if it does, I'll cut it out next time. But no, I don't think it will, actually. I don't think so. It hasn't grown. It has been that size now for 3 years.
Right.
So it's not getting any worse. It's just, it must have been a reaction at the time. Oh, no, these windows, they were always the big challenge on the boat. And I am so pleased with them. They've come up so well. Not finished yet, but they will be tomorrow.
It's really bright on the eyes, I must admit.
It is. It's really...
Should have brought my sunglasses. It's dazzling.
And that's not the bright white paint either. I can't wait to get on with the copper railings actually. That's going to be the big thing.
And the windows.
And the windows, yes. Those windows you've ordered, they are awesome. And we had a big sort of conference, didn't we, about it yesterday and how we're going to do it.
We did. Well, I hope they meet up to their expectations.
They will. They will. They're perfect. Chosen by God. Chosen by Graham.
Your lights are doing well as well.
Yeah. It's just like boring work. It's like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and titivating it, getting it all ready for the resin. I really hope it arrives tomorrow. It should have arrived Friday.
I know.
And then I've got to clean the house as well because we've got more people arriving. And then we've had a surprise booking as well. God.
Ran out of alcohol, chaps, so we're just off to Gibraltar. It's a Sunday to refuel. Okay, that's us, gin and tonicked up, and a few bits for nibbles. And it's time to get back home, pussycat.